back. We're here with Jameshia from the Flava Spot. Jameshia, thank you for coming on the podcast.
Thank you so much, Easton.
Yes, I'm very excited, and thank you to Chris from the Toledo Tech Law for letting us film here.
Yes,
Uh,
thank you.
Very, very kind. So, can you talk about what are the steps that are needed to become a private chef for other people that are looking to get into the business?
Yes. First thing I would say is passion. You have to be dedicated to what you are creating with every dish. You have to have great customer service. In this field, it's you have to be very professional, and you have to be able to stand out separately from any other caterer. And you just have to be different. Um, the other thing I would say is have a great team behind you. Having a great team is something that has helped me grow as a business owner. Also, being dedicated to what I push out has also helped me. Also, um, I am a very polite person. I always try to make sure every customer is happy with every dish that I've ever made for them. I feel confident within myself with every dish and as a business owner that I can accomplish everything. So I truly believe that everyone should just follow those same paths.
And when it comes to, you mentioned building a team,
Mhm.
could you kind of expand on what that means and why it's important?
Um, every team member, I believe, should be passionate about what they are doing for their boss. Time management matters a lot. Also, just making sure that the company looks great at all times. And I also like to bounce off ideas with my team. Also, I am not the type of person to gatekeep. I always want to be able to try to help out or help others, or them help me. So yeah.
Love it. And you bravely mentioned this, but can you talk about what makes you different as a private chef versus others in this industry?
I believe what makes me different as a private chef and a caterer is that I use high quality ingredients with every dish that I have created. I also make sure that I am following the culinary requirements to keep food warm and things of that nature. I always try to make sure that every event is delicate, it's intimate, and just I just try to make sure that every customer is happy. That is my main goal because I want to be able to bring in. I want to be able to be hired by other clients and customers also. So I just try my best to just keep pushing with that.
When a customer comes back to you and you do make them feel happy,
Hmm.
or they come back to you and they're more satisfied
Hmm.
with their service from you, how does that make you feel?
It's awesome. Like it's a feeling that I can't really describe. Um, it's more of a feeling that I did this. Like this has my name on it, and my team also helped as well, which also helps me feel great. And it honestly keeps me motivated to just keep going, no matter if I have to stop for a month or two months. Around Christmas time and
Yeah.
around the holidays, things start to slow down. But I am still always thinking of ways that I can make things better. So in that time frame where things may be a little slow, I'm thinking, okay, what can I do in January, or what can I do in February? What can I do to keep other customers and other clients still happy, still telling me that I'm doing awesome, still telling me that I should maybe keep pushing this certain catering thing or this certain private chef thing. I just it feels great. It does.
And can you kind of walk us through what the process is like when someone wants to hire you,
Hmm.
they want to order food.
Hmm.
You're obviously doing things on the back end to get that ready, to
Hmm.
make sure that it tastes good, that it looks good. Can you kind of expand on what that process is like from when someone hires you to then them getting their food?
Okay. So the first thing that I do is I ask the client what they are looking for. And as soon as they tell me, I'm already visualizing in my head how I want the catering event to look like. Then once I get that down, I figure out how I'm going to shop for everything. Okay, am I going to go to this store or that store or maybe another farmer's market? I do try to shop local. So that is something that I focus on mainly. And then once I get through that process, I am, getting my team together like, hey, we have this event coming up. We have to do X, Y, and Z by this, this date and this time. Then the day of the event, I'm pushing. From the time I wake up to the time the event is over, I'm pushing. Making sure that everything goes smoothly. I make sure that, like on my Apple Watch, I time every single thing. If the chicken needs to stay in for 30 minutes, I'm timing it so I don't mess up anything. And my team and myself, we look great at all times.
You mentioned something interesting, the fact that you'll go shopping for your clients not only at a grocery store but a farmer's market.
Hmm.
Why do you give this option of like a big grocery store versus going and shopping local?
I like shopping at farmers markets because I can select what I would like mo- mainly. I also like the fact that I can interact with the person that
Yeah.
is the farmer's seller. I like to be able to have that personal connection with them. And I also like to promote my business too and say, hey, I am a private chef. I would love to be able to work with you for future events. Maybe we can work something out. I really love to be able to connect with anyone. So that is why I like shopping local and small.
Yeah. And what is your favorite dish that you have cooked for a client so far?
My Parmesan-Crusted Lamb Chops. I love my lamb chops. They're so good. They are so tender and flavorful. The Flava Spot. They are amazing. I actually had them at Longhorn for the first time, and I
Okay.
was like, I can make this better. So I just started practicing it, and then I sold them about a couple months ago, and I sold out every time.
Wow.
And I also made mac macaroni and cheese with that, mashed potatoes, broccoli, and asparagus that customers can choose as sides.
So you'll take what other restaurants serve or what things you might see on TV and you use that as an inspiration for
Hmm.
the things you cook?
Yeah. I also make Marry Me chicken. I have made chicken piccata, braised short ribs, lobster tails, homemade meatballs. I've made spicy chicken pasta. I've made a lot of things, and I love to be able to share that with others.
And what is one dish that you have not made that you really want to?
Beef Wellington.
Why?
It just looks amazing to make. Now, I am not a fan of mushrooms, so I've been trying to figure out a way that I could make that to where we can omit the mushrooms. I don't like mushrooms, but it's not about me. But I have to feel confident with that dish in order to serve it to somebody else. But beef Wellington is something I've always wanted to learn how to make.
And for the people that are out there that are looking to get into cooking,
Hmm.
that are looking to get into cooking at home, what is some quick tips or advice that you would give them to start that process?
The first tip is make sure you are using good ingredients and make sure that what you are using is up to the date that it should be. Don't use anything that's past the expiration date. Make sure you're practicing to not spread bacteria in any way, shape, or form. Make sure you're wearing gloves. If you're cooking for others, make sure you are wearing a hat, wearing clean clothes, making sure that you're just doing what you are supposed to do so no one gets sick. As far as when you're cooking, I say just go with love. Go with love, man. You gotta just keep pushing with love when it comes to making food because if you are passionate about it, you can taste that. If you can also tell if someone is rushing something. One thing that I have learned by working at the country club and other jobs is that everything tastes better with time. Everything tastes better with love. And when you put those two things together, you would create an awesome dish.
I don't know if this is a belief that you have, but do you think that, or what do you think about the energy transfer from yourself into the food as you're
Mhm.
cooking it? Like, is that something like that you've ever thought about?
Yes. I just always try to stay positive because when you are catering, it's a very high stress moment. And I work well under pressure in that sense. If I can see that one of my team members is struggling, I'm like, hey, we got this. We got this. Is there something that I can can do to help you feel better, so we can push this out. When I worked at the country club and I was a lead line cook, I used to have people that worked underneath me that would get stressed out. I would just walk over to them and say, "Hey, we got this. I know we got this large order, but we can push it out. And if we mess up, we can go out and say sorry to the customer, and we can make it right." As a business owner, you always have to make things right if you are wrong, because that's how you keep the customer happy.
Yes, you do.
Hmm.
And customers appreciate when you are honest, blunt. Even if you make a mistake,
Hmm.
they will respect you more
If you're
for
honest.
coming up and being like, hey, I messed up. Let me fix it for you
Yes.
versus hiding it.
Yes.
You were also born a premature baby like
Yes.
myself.
Yes.
Can you kind of talk about your journey as a premature baby?
Well, okay, I was born February 18th, 1994. I was not supposed to be born until June. So you can understand how far apart that I was supposed to be born. Um, if I remember correctly, the doctors told my mom that they would try to save me, but I have to breathe on my own for I think 24 hours. And once I was able to do that, they saved me. And I have had a lot of surgeries, I believe three, and I'm just glad to be here. I kept pushing and I'm still pushing. I had back surgery in 2006. I had scoliosis. Um, when I was a baby, when I was first born, I could not breathe or eat on my own. That's why I have this scar here. And then I have a scar on my chest from the doctors trying to help me breathe. Um, you know, Even those things that I went through, it made me a better person and a stronger woman. I'm so blessed to be here. God wanted me to stay here on this earth for a reason. And that is one reason why I keep pushing, because I have God and I have people in the world that love me and cherish me. And I'm just so glad to be here. So, yeah,
It sounds like you are almost grateful
I'm very grateful.
for those negative situations, if
Hmm.
you want to call it a negative
Yes.
situation.
And I'm grateful that the doctors saved me
Yeah.
because, yeah, pretty great.
And what is one thing through all that experience as a premature baby? What has that taught you about yourself?
That no matter what obstacles come into your life, if God wants it to happen, it will happen. And you will learn as you get older that things may happen to you that you don't like, but if you just keep pushing and believing within you and within your heart, that everything will be okay. So that's all.
Love it.
Yeah.
I think it's a very inspiring story. I mean, you went through a lot more than I went through, and I went through a lot.
Hmm.
So seeing you here, still being happy, still enjoying life, you could have
Yes.
very much got very depressed, played the victim,
Hmm.
said my life sucked, but you're not. You're out here starting a business.
Hmm.
You're out here still taking risks. You're out here moving through life with positivity. What I know you mentioned God, but what else besides God has inspired you to keep going even though life has been not the best?
Yeah. I would say having positive people around me. Um, there has been times where I have been down, thought that things were not going to work out, but I've always had people that tell me, "You got this. You can keep on pushing," and things of that nature. I wear this necklace because of my brother. He passed away last year on Mother's Day due to suicide, and he was one of the positive people that I had in my life. I still have him every day. I feel him within me every day. He actually helped me cater my first event, and so whenever I have one, I always think of him all the time. And so, like I said, just having positive people around you, and believing within you that regardless of what happens, you still can make it.
So you would say your brother almost is your inspiration for
Oh, yes.
the Flava Spot.
Yes, yes. I remember when I called him and told him I had an event and I was stressed out. I'm like, I've never done this before. I need help. And he was like, I got you, sis. I got you. And it's funny now I can joke about it, but he totally messed up. He really didn't know what he was doing, but I loved him for that, and I appreciated him for stepping up because he did not have to, and I knew that he had a busy life, and that was a moment that I will always cherish with him.
And just through obviously a lot of personal struggles, a lot of struggles with loss of family
Hmm.
members. What is one thing through all of this journey of, I would say, suffering,
Hmm.
that, like, what's that one piece of advice that you've learned just about life in general through all that suffering?
Um, and that's a good question. I would say to always think of just always know that no matter what happens, there is something on the other side to look forward to. Have you? I'm pretty sure you have heard of the saying, "There is a light at the end
Yes.
of the tunnel." That is something that I recently, within the last like 5 years, that I really started focusing on. Like, okay, there's always a positive in somewhere, and I may not see it now, but a year from now, 6 months from now, my life could be totally different. And honestly, that has changed me, but it also has helped me grow within myself as a woman, as a business owner, as a special ed teacher, as a daughter, as someone's friend. Just always try to be there for anyone, no matter how difficult that it may be. Always, just always try to be that person that someone can always lean on, because you just never know what the other person is going through.
And I've realized most people are lonely.
Yes.
Most people don't have anyone to talk to. Most
Hmm.
people don't have a lot of people that care for them.
Hmm.
So I think definitely moving through life in that manner is important.
Yes.
I have two more questions for you.
Okay.
If you could have dinner with two people, one person from the past
Hmm.
and one person from the present,
Hmm.
who would it be and why?
I would have dinner with my brother, obviously. I would love to know how he is doing up in heaven. And someone from the present, Gordon Ramsay.
Okay, yes.
I love Gordon Ramsay. He can be a butthead sometimes, but learning, I watch a lot of his videos. So I actually watched one his famous lamb chop video. When I had watched that, I'm like, huh, that's a different way to cook lamb. Also, how he makes eggs is different. Like he scrambles them in a pot,
Interesting.
and then he takes it off the eye, and he puts it back on, and it's different. I'm like, oh, I never thought to make eggs that way. So yeah, he would definitely be someone that I would love to learn from, even in that short time frame. I would love any tips that he could give me. Um, even if he was to give me a slight little road map that he went down to become the person that he is today, I would love to be able to learn that
Love it.
without the cussing at me though.
That's what makes it fun though, right? Hanging
Yeah,
out with
yeah,
him.
a little bit, yeah.
One more question for you.
Okay.
Why did you decide to partner with us and offer the discounts?
So why I decided to partner with you guys is I felt the passion within you when I was talking to you about what I was looking for, and you seem very passionate about it and helping others. And then it made me think I want to be able to help others also. So if I can offer a discount, whether it's 5%, 8%, whatever it may be, um, my discounts will help others as far as booking, because sometimes people may say, your price is a little too high. Okay, well maybe we can work something
Yep.
out. So that is why I wanted to partner with you guys.
Thank you for trusting us. We
Yeah,
appreciate you very much. Those are the questions I have for you.
thank you.
How can people find you? And what is one thing you want to leave people with?
How you can find us on the Flava Spot on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. We also have a website, www.theflavaspot.com. So that is how you can find us here. What was the next question?
Uh, what do you want to leave people with? And I know
Um,
you have a gem in there somewhere.
I do. I do. I want to leave people with that: forget what the haters say. Forget what anybody has to say, really. Live your life the way that you want to. Move in the way that you want to move. No matter what you do in life, somebody's going to talk about you. Somebody's going to have something to say. Someone's just always going to have something negative. You have to block that out and focus on the positives and what you can do to im, it, improve every day. That's all.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for coming out. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.